أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we're going to talk about Dawa and Dua. So I'll start off with a story about Prophet Musa. Now Prophet Musa is known as Kalimullah. He's somebody who used to talk to Allah, the most mentioned prophet in the Qur'an. So he has a tummy ache once, and he runs straight up Mount Sinai. He's going there because he wants to go back to where the burning bush is, and he wants to tell Allah he has a tummy ache, and he's absolutely sure that it will be cured. That's his trust in God. So here's Musa going up Mount Sinai. On the way, there was a man who was sitting there, and he said, "Oh, Prophet of God, you look distressed. You look like you're in pain." And he said, "Yes, I have a tummy ache." He says, "Look, I'm a doctor. I can help you." He said, No. I need God. I'm going to go up to God. He is Ash-Shafi and he will cure me." When Prophet Musa goes up near where the burning bush was and says, "Ya Allah, I have a tummy ache. Please cure me." Allah tells him, "Oh Musa, I sent you a doctor." Now it's really important to understand Dawa and Dua in any sort of illness that we might have. Now let's see what happens when we're ill. Do we ask Allah to just miraculously take it away? There have been occasions when that has been done. But when we are ill, we're ill. It's a fact. It's there. When something happens, like we have the virus at the moment, the COVID-19 virus, it's there. It's not miraculously going to go away. That's not the way that God works. But there is a dua that will allow us to be able to see the subtle goodness, the subtle leniency and kindness in what we're suffering. And it's a beautiful dua where we're told to say, "Allahumma, oh Allah, inni la as'aluka raddal qada." I'm not asking you to reverse your decision. It may be as a result of many things. "Walakin as'aluka lutfan fihi." But I am asking you to show me the lutf, and lutf is this subtle kindness, this beauty in it. And just like the oyster and the pearl, when a parasite, and not literally the proverbial grain of sand, works its way into an oyster, as a defense mechanism, a fluid is used to coat the irritant. Layer upon layer of this coating is deposited until a beautiful pearl is formed. That's what an illness does to us. It gets under our skin. And I'd like to read a poem that maybe may help. The author is unknown. There was once an oyster, whose story I tell, who found that some sand had got into his shell. It was only a grain, but it gave him great pain, for oysters have feelings, although they're so plain. Now did he berate the harsh workings of fate that had brought him to such a deplorable state? Did he curse at the government, cry for election, and claim that the sea should have given him protection? No, he said to himself as he lay on a shell, "Since I cannot remove it, I shall try to improve it." Now the years have rolled around, as the years always do, and he came to his ultimate destinies too. And the small grain of sand that had bothered him so was a beautiful pearl, all richly aglow. Now the tale has a moral, for isn't it grand what an oyster can do with a morsel of sand? What couldn't we do if we'd only begin with some of the things that got under our skin? And now this dua, the dua for protection, oh my God, it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I'd like to tell you the story about this too. Somebody very close to me went to the mountains of Pakistan, and there he visited a lady who lived alone there. And stuck on her door was this dua. And he asked her what this dua was, and she said she didn't know. All she knew that for generations that dua had been on her door. And when their village had suffered from plagues or any calamities, the doors that had that dua on them had been kept safe. So let's look at this dua and maybe recite it together. Li khamsatun, for me there are 5. Utfi biha, who will put out, who will extinguish, harral waba'il hatima, the fire of the contagiousness of calamities. And these 5 are Al-Mustafa, the Prophet, Wal-Murtada, and Imam Ali, Wa-Abnahuma, and their sons, Wal-Fatima, and Fatima. And as children, we were always taught to say, Ya Allah, Ya Muhammad, Ya Ali, Ya Fatima, Ya Hassan, Ya Hussein. In times of illness, just recite these names. They're phenomenal. And then the 18 ayat combination lock. My goodness. These are 18 ayat of the Qur'an that provide a combination lock that works miracles. Try it. When my mother had cancer, her favorite ayah was وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينَ. And when I am sick, it is He who will cure me. She used to alternate these and recite them one at a time every day. You could do that too. And then the dua of protection by Imam Rida. And you will notice it has some of the ayat of Qur'an that we saw in that 18 combination lock. And it's absolutely beautiful. And the crux of the dua is about the Qur'an. You'll see the same ayat, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And we reveal of the Qur'an that which is a healing and a mercy to those who believe, to those who trust divinity. And the same phrase that I mentioned to you, وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينَ. And when I am ill, when I am sick, it is He who heals me. And finally, seal everything with a salawat. You can use the normal salawat that we recite, which is Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. But in dire circumstances, recite the salawat of Sayyidah Fatima. Allahumma salli ala Fatima. Oh Allah, send blessings on Fatima, wa abiha, and her father, wa ba'liha, and her husband, wa baniha, and her sons, wa sirril mustawda' fiha, and the secret that is with them. In other words, when they are together, bi adada ma ahata bihi ilmuk, whose computation is only in your knowledge. Now, maybe we'll understand this more if we look at Hadith al-Kisa, which we all read. And in Hadith al-Kisa, we find that Jibreel knew the Prophet, he knew Imam Ali, he knew Sayyidah Fatima, he knew Imam Hassan, and he knew Imam Hussein. But when they were together, he asks Allah, Man tahta al-Kisa? Who is under the Kisa? Who is under the blanket? So my question would be to Jibreel, you knew all of them. Why are you asking this question? And he would say that when they are together, there is an energy burst that even I cannot distinguish. Even I did not know. So it's not rocket science to know that we need to ask Allah with the wasila of these phenomenal 5. Let us pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be able to give relief and cure to all those who are ill. Let us pray that He grants us the tawfiq to be able to understand His will, the pearl in the oyster. رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ.